yesterday, late last night, which you didn't sleep on the plane, which was a lot of fun. I'm a writer, published, author, and poet. I'm also an event manager and run workshops with like crystals and tarot and metaphysics. And I'm a mother. First time on stage. I'm visiting from magical Melbourne, where I've been living for the past 7 years. Before that I was in Rosny, Tasmania. And
Can you click that?
and I loved my time here in Tasmania. So my first poem is called Can You Hear Me? An educated perspective, truly self-reflective, needing to be heard, may be taken as absurd. Beliefs are strong within, evolution will begin, openness and graciousness, communications, spaciousness. Sometimes I'm not there, doesn't mean I don't care. There in mind and soul, figuring out the goal. Composing thoughts today, inside I will stay. For now's a day of play, tomorrow then I may. Unleashing my own ideas and planning to get through the tears. Finding ways to grow and the things that I do not know. It's not procrastination when it's a real revelation. We did the clicky thing at another
venue,
Barosu in Melbourne, which is yeah, it's pretty cool. So I understand. The next one I called glorified nonsense. I'm not sure if it's trigger warning, but it's to do with violence in the film industry. Every day they make more. They are one of the richest industries in the world, but to me it's all glorified nonsense. Stories of hate, stories of rape, stories of drugs and violence. Every day they make more. They are one of the richest industries in the world, but to me it's all just glorified nonsense. When every day they release another and another and another of more glorified nonsense. Entertainment was supposed to invoke an emotional response, not confuse a person and their behaviour, to the point where they don't even realise, they won't realise their desire has come from where their desire has come from, to try that drug, to hit that person. This glorified nonsense has so much power, has so much influence on people, young people, people from everywhere. The outright glorification of violence and crude behaviour is plainly wrong and overwhelmingly apparent. This world does not stop when the lights go off and the movie's turned off. Not sure if this one's a trigger warning either. It's called Idealizing Stable Minds, and it was inspired by the Ghanaian Music Awards. My husband's from Ghana, he's South African. We were watching it last year and it inspired this poem. Is the idea of a stable mind an idealization, a delusion in itself, the unattainable? To have stability in one's life, you would need to reject and rejoice. A stable income is a fantasy to most, and why would it even be a necessity when payments are sporadic? How on earth would stability be achieved when we all believe that globalization works? Thinking bigger than a bedroom, bigger than a home, larger than a workshop, wherever we may roam. How many people see the rights of others, act upon the questions, and truly appreciate their mothers? Learning every day, finding, wanting another way, payments seldom made, fees delayed. Finally, I'm just going to read a little bit. I'm working on a fourth book, so I've published 3 books, and the fourth is called Finding Truth. And I've just drafted most of it, about 50 pages. And here's a couple of quotes from that book. Chapter 1, Finding Yourself. Finding yourself can mean many different things to different people. Spiritual quest begins when you're ready and when you are open and want to begin. Articulation of our experiences plays significant roles in defining who we are, where we've been and what we've done. Find and love yourself first, then love will find you. From Chapter 2, Finding Guidance. You tell me I can't, I tell you I can. Chapter 3, Finding Knowledge. The practical application of knowledge is the greatest form of understanding. Metaphysics tries to define reality and help us understand it. How we spend our time and who we spend it with will have the greatest influence upon our reality and our understanding of the universe. You can find me on Facebook, Pippa Richardson, also Finding Truth 2019. Thank you very much.